Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be showing you how I apply my false lashes. So that's why you see only the upper part of my face. So I already started off by priming my eyelids and putting some concealer and setting it. You don't have to do that for this, but this is just what I did. And I added some wing liner to my eyes as well. So to get started, I am going to be using some lashes I got from the beauty supply store when I went to go pick some things up the other day. And I saw these. These are the Broadway's number 43 in black. You can see that. Kind of, sort of. There we go. And I am going to be applying these to my eyes. So I'm just going to go ahead and take them out of the box. And as you can see, it comes like this. So the lashes are tacky against these little folds areas right here. That way they can stay in place. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my finger and I'm going to push down. That way I'm not ruining the lashes or anything like that, or the shape of them. So I'm just going to push down, and there we go. We have one lash off already. Now what you want to do is you want to make sure that the lash actually lines up with your lash. So you want to make sure that when you apply them, it's not too long. That way it's going off the side of your eye. And then if they are too short, you do know where to place them. So I'm going to look in my mirror and I'm going to see if this lash fits. And it does. It fits actually really nice. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to apply some glue. But another thing, if the lash doesn't fit, then you just would need to take a pair of scissors. I have a pair of scissors on hand right here. And you would trim the end of the lash. You never want to trim the beginning of the lash, because if you can tell, I don't know if you can tell or not, but when they do make the lashes, they make it so it can fit your inner eye. That way it flares out at the end. So at the end of the lash, it flares out. So you want to make sure that you cut that part, because there's quite a few hairs that flare out at the end. So I'm going to take my Duo Lash Glue, and you can find this at Target, you can find it at the beauty supply store, you can find it at Walmart, you can basically find it at any drugstore. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to apply a thin layer to my lash band. You don't want to apply too much because it'll be really sticky and messy and it'll go everywhere, and that's not what you want. You just want to apply a thin layer. So I'm taking my lash and I'm applying a very thin layer to the lash band, like so. And you do want to make sure this is your personal glue, because if you're using this on clients, you do not want to apply your glue like this. You want to apply it on a pan, or you can apply it on the back of your hands if they're sanitized, and then apply the lash glue that way. That way you're just not cross-contaminating and creating germs and all that other good stuff. So I am going to go ahead and apply the lash glue to both of the lashes, and then I'm going to set those to the side because we're about to do another step. And then while we're doing that, it gives time for the lashes to get tacky and they'll be ready to apply. You don't want to apply it straight when you put the glue on, because it will take forever for them to stick and it'll just be a hot mess. So you don't want to do that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my mascara and I'm going to coat my lashes. So I'm going to use the LA Girl Mega Mascara, and I'm going to go ahead and coat my lashes on the top. This just helps your lash blend with the false lash, and it makes it a little bit easier to apply as well. So just put a thin layer. You don't have to put a lot, considering that you are applying false lashes. So just a little thin layer. Well, not a thin layer, a small little layer. You don't want to coat it a little too much. Okay. So now that that layer is on, we are going to go to our lashes. And the best things to do when you're applying false lashes, I like to use tweezers. Some people like to use their hands. Well, I actually like to use tweezers in my hands. It's all about personal preference, what gets the job done for you. As long as it works for you, then that's all that matters. But I'm taking a pair of tweezers, and I have my lash on here already. I don't know if you can see that, but my lash is on already. It's on the tweezer. And I'm going to take a mirror. This is a small little compact mirror. It's just a MAC mirror. And the best way for me, and I see a lot of people doing this as well, the easy way, is to hold your mirror downward. So this is my mirror, so you hold it between like your chest and your chin area, and you want to look down. When you're doing that, when you're looking down, you can just set the lash right there on your lash line, just like that. And then once you do that, you can get it as close as possible, so you don't have to worry about your lash being in the middle of your eyelid, because I've seen that before and it's not cute. Stop it. But you just want to go ahead and put it on your lash line. And then you want to I like to put the end on first, because for me the end is what always comes up for me. Well, not always, but sometimes comes up for me. So I just want to go ahead and apply the end, and then I'm going to go ahead and apply the inner corner as well. So now that is on. And then I like to close my eyes a little bit and then make sure that that lash is on all the way how I like it to be, like so. And then that's one lash that's on. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply the other lash, doing the same exact thing. I have my mirror, I have my lash on my tweezer, and I'm going to look down and apply that right in the center, just how I did the other one. Just apply that right there. I applied it in the center first, and then I put the ends down. So once it's on the center, I go ahead and I put the end of the lash down, and then I move towards the beginning of the lash, and I want to put that one down as well. And then I close my eyes just to make sure that I have that lash laid perfectly. And then once that's on, the next step that I do is I take my tweezers and I press down with the tweezers laying this way. Press down, that way I'm blending my real lashes and my false lashes together once again. Just like that. I'm going to do the same thing to the side. And then I actually didn't put enough glue on my inner corner, so I'll also show you guys what I like to do when I don't apply enough glue. So I do have a dot of glue right here on the back of my hand, and I'm going to show you guys what I do when I don't have enough glue on my lash band. Instead of just taking it all the way off, I'm going to show you a trick that I do. So I'm going to take the end of my tweezers, and I'm going to go ahead and dip it into this lash glue, like so. And you want to make sure your tweezers are sanitized. You don't want to do this trick and your tweezers are dirty. You don't want an eye infection. You don't want anything like that. So make sure you sanitize. So I take the end of my tweezers and I just push a little bit of glue on the inner corner, because that's what needs the glue, is on the inner corner. So I take the glue and I press it on there, and I let it sit for a few minutes. And while it's sitting for a few minutes, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next step. I'm going to take my mascara again, just to further blend my false lash with my real lash. And I'm going to coat just the bottom part of it. Just the bottom part. Okay. Now that lash should be tacky on this side, so I'm going to go ahead and press down and apply that lash. Okay, so that lash is on there. Just going to go ahead and press it a little more so it doesn't come up on me again, because that is a no-no. You don't want to be talking to somebody and their lash is halfway on, halfway off. Okay, so now that that lash is on, I am going to go with my mascara and do the same thing to the other eye and just coat the bottom part of it, just to blend my lashes. And that is it. That is my eyelash tutorial. It's not a lot to it. It's fairly simple. This is how I like to do it. If you feel like I wasn't in depth as much as you would like, let me know. and any tips and tricks on how I can help you. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. It's Crystal Janae, as well as Snapchat. It's Crystal with a K _ Janae. Same thing for my Instagram and my Snapchat, and I will see you guys in my next tutorial.